Okay, welcome, Lou, to Entrepreneur Talks podcast, run by Women Flix. I'm so grateful for your presence here. I'm excited for our conversation.
Me too. Thank you so much, Yolanda. It's an absolute pleasure to connect here.
Um, you're welcome. You're welcome. Just to let me bring my something happening. Okay, nothing regarding connection like before. I apologize once again to everyone that is watching our session with Lou Stokes. Stokes, right?
Absolutely, yeah,
Yeah.
Stokes.
So I did right. I said right.
Yeah.
I want to bring this up because it was really interesting conversation, and then woof, suddenly everything disappeared. So we hopefully don't gonna go out or like go through this situation, but technical problems happen, Lou,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
everyone. So apologize in name of Women Flix. So as I told you, we're going to be live, or we are live right now on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn with this another amazing guest to our podcast. And so excited. But to start, I would like to ask you where you talking from? Which country? Where are you?
So I'm currently in Madrid, Spain, where I
Oh,
live. Yeah.
fabulous. This is amazing. I love Spain. I'm from Portugal, and Spain is guapa. Guapo, guapo. I don't know, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It was
Just to
also
give
really nice.
guapo, guapa. Is it
Proper
guapo? Yeah, I think it's guapo. Yeah, like, or maybe not belle, beautiful. How
bonito.
bonito,
Bonito. Hmm.
bonito país. Sí.
Guapo is more like for a person, really.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. It's amazing to. But where you from? Uh, England.
Yeah, so I was born in London and my mum's English and my dad's German. But yeah, I consider myself a Londoner.
Oh wow! And I know that you speak really well, very well Spanish. That's awesome. It's very
Yeah.
so. In 3 words, could you describe yourself, Lou?
Wow, that's a great one. Okay, 3 words. Ooh.
Three
Oh,
words.
okay, here we go. Creative, compassionate, and open-minded.
Oh wow, over-minded. Oh wow, I want to know more about that. I love the other ones, but over-minded just the first time I hear this.
Oh, really?
It
What?
is interesting. What do you mean by that?
What do I
Sorry.
mean by I
How do
think
you put yourself like an over-minded person?
because, I've traveled a lot since I was young and I've had a lot of different life experiences. And I guess I guess open-minded for me personally is just this being open to whatever is,
Love it. Yeah.
open to opportunities, people, cultures, new ways of thinking, new ways of being. I've
That's beautiful.
I'm definitely a very adaptable person, and I connect that a lot with being open-minded. Um,
But
yeah,
you are over than open. You are more than the simple open minded. Love it. Love it. Thank you so much for sharing to explain to me. This is just myself curious about it. So, and bringing more, putting people out of their comfort zone, right? Just
absolutely, yes.
trying to be bringing out you from there. Okay, thank you. And now let's talk about what is your what are you bringing for us today? What do you do in life? What is your business or your journey? Let's
Another good question. What do you do? Who are you? Um, so I am a stylist and confidence coach. I'm also a yoga and meditation teacher and lifelong student. Um, I've also an author, published author, but my main thing is style from the inside out. So
Beautiful.
basically, I work with style or work with clients or give workshops or whoever I'm working with on whatever, level, whether it's speaking, corporate workshop or one-to-one clients. It's all about starting from within. And what does that mean exactly?
Yeah.
So instead of us going to the stores and buying clothes without really taking into any consideration who we are and how we want to show up in the world. So I created this system called the icon system where you connect with your inner world
That's
to then
beautiful.
align with your outer world. So it's the inner world, the confidence, owning the skin you're in, and then this new you, which is all about how you project to the world, how you show up for yourself and see yourself, and how does that Lou or whoever dress, and how
Yeah.
does she communicate? Yeah, so it's very much about tapping into your own inner world, your relationship with yourself, how you feel about yourself, your confidence, how you feel about your body, because clothes are obviously, they're our second skin, so it's very related to our body. And then how you know, communicate out to the world and to yourself, which is more important.
This is so beautiful and powerful. It sounds like you said, it's not just the sake of going out and buy some clothes, by understanding why you buying this and why you dressing like that and why you so even interacting with others um, like the way you do, because makes sense for me, because I think about even when you place the perfume. I'm a person that don't use the same perfume all the time.
Oh, okay.
If I have is a day that I want to play use a specific perfume, I
Mhm.
sometimes gives me another vibe to talk with people to with
Yeah.
specific clothes. That perfume just poof connect and then makes me powerful, feel more powerful. Another days is just relaxing, so I go to a low kind of perfume. This is
Yeah. Yeah.
like more soft, more fresh, or more ocean
Mhm.
side. Or the Oriental ones, it takes me always to the braveness. It's like, it's this kind of connection I have with the perfume, but it's always connected as well with the clothes that I'm wearing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it's so magical, and it's good that you brought this. It's really interesting.
Yeah, you know what, Yolanda, what I saw was that, I've worked in fashion since I was 20, or even when I was going through like school and I was a teenager and I was allowed to work. I guess I was 15, 16. So I've always worked in stores as well. So I started in fashion and I went to London College of Fashion, and, my background is very much orientated to fashion. And I guess as well, my whole life journey, I also had an eating disorder. So that made me realize how connected our clothes are to how we feel, and how I would hide behind my clothes so that people
Yeah.
wouldn't see me. So it's like, it's, we don't think about it, but our clothes are extremely powerful because it's
Mhm.
what we're communicating to the world and to ourselves. So for me at that point, it was like, I just want to hide. Right. And I was just wearing dark, baggy clothes, basically. And when I started, the really going deeper into styling and personal styling, I
So
saw
cool.
that most of my clients, and mainly women, had a lot of confidence and body image issues. And I was like,
Right.
oh, this, like, I can do more than just help you feel beautiful in what you're wearing. Like, we can go deeper and look at, you know, who are you? How do you want to show up? Like, what colors do you really love? Like, what fabrics? Like, what does this, person, this Lou, for example, look in 6 months' time when she's gone on this journey to becoming her own icon, instead of looking at, trends or following certain famous people, celebrities, or
Right.
whoever, or reading in the magazines, oh, this is what people are wearing. It's like, no, who am I? And how do I want to show up? And what is my own art form? Because style and fashion is your own art form. It's telling a story about who you are.
Right.
And so from seeing this with clients, I was like, we can't just go and get really nice outfits, because you're going to wear them for a couple of weeks and then
Mm.
you're going to be back to square one where you don't feel good. So how can we cultivate this, like, this inner stylist, for
Yeah.
you to really become more conscious and aware about why you're wearing certain things and why you're choosing them, and how that's making you feel, and how you want to feel, and how you want to show up, and how, and then there's the part of, like, being conscious as a consumer, like, what
Right.
clothes am I buying, where am I buying from? you know I found that a lot of clients, like, will do wardrobe detoxing, and they'll
Wow.
have
That's
10,
really
they'll have
interesting.
10 black tops, literally all the same, and some have still got the tags on, and you're like, hang on a minute, you've never worn this. Oh yeah, I just popped into Zara one day and I just, I needed a black top. But of course they didn't realize what they already had, or they walked in, they wanted to buy something new, and so they just bought, a black top. And so it's like becoming more conscious of your decisions, not just of what makes you feel good, but also being, more conscious as a consumer and what you're consuming and where you're consuming from. Because as we know, fashion is one of the most polluting industries in the world, amongst many other things. And so I just realized how powerful our second skin is, and how important it is to really go inward to then, you know.
Just, yeah, this is very helpful in terms of living a life that you deserve. It brings a lot of things together. Just looking to our clothes, that's what I can understand from your job, like the job you do with your clients. Because on the end of the day, we will be more happier with ourselves, with our clothes, and also the way we live. We learn is a lot of things that you just transform in one person. It's not just the clothes alone. It's the mindset. It's the
Yeah.
way we buy things. This is very important because I do have I know a lady that she works with organizing their houses, people's houses.
Oh,
When
like Marie Kondo kind of thing.
yes, we then yeah, also uses feng shui
Oh,
for the energies and everything.
I
But
love.
then she's just organizing. I don't know in what level she will talk about the clothes, but like, are you happy with your clothes? Are you happy with your wardrobe? Because a lot of people these days are looking for this kind of job, like kind of yeah, a job, like not to get like to get the job done. Like I would like to arrange my wardrobe, but I didn't thought about what you just mentioned, what you just said about like, is this colors? Because in my mind, Lou, I have a lot of colors. Like, give you my own example that I love, and I would love to wear, but I'm not wearing them. I end up wearing a couple of them, but this is because I don't have this awareness of the direction of am I really doing something to make my love myself, like when it comes to clothes. For me sometimes it's just the sake of wearing something, not to be
Yeah,
naked.
no, absolutely. No, I think a lot of us have thought that throughout our lives, like, oh, it's only clothes, like.
Yeah,
But if we think about it, it's like, well, actually, it's we don't walk around naked. So it's something like every day we're getting dressed. So we can use getting dressed as a tool for self-love, or we can use it as a tool for self-destruction,
powerful, yeah.
right? And I mean, we could go really deep into this conversation about, the self-love aspect to it, and the destructive, because the destructive, it could be wasting money and getting to debt buying clothes,
Yes, yeah.
um, or it could be looking at yourself in the mirror and, not seeing who you really are and focusing on, on body image issues. And then, but when you learn to see it as more of a spiritual practice, as an expression of who you really are, then your whole mindset changes around clothes and
Yeah.
getting dressed every day. And so for me, one of the things I talk a lot about with clients and just in general is don't go to your wardrobe and be like, oh, I feel like this today, I'm just going to wear this. Ask yourself, how do you want to feel? How
Mm.
do you feel today? Well, maybe that's powerful, confident, or maybe more natural, more relaxed. And so you can then choose your clothes according to that.
Like I mentioned about the perfumes and the clothes that I mean, it's just I
Yeah.
just pick my perfume from the clothes I'm wearing. It's just the way I act towards clothes and perfumes.
Right,
That,
exactly. So it's like, okay, I want to feel, some days we don't get up in the best mood or we don't feel confident or something's going on in our lives. And so often we'll just dress for that mood and that. But when you dress for the mood that you want to create, it can totally change your whole day. It's like when,
yeah,
lipsticks, again, like, a red lipstick or even like a more nude one, that can change your mood as well. So it's like all these things, that could seem very frivolous, actually are really powerful.
yeah, yeah, super, super. Now you spoke about the lipstick, and it's true. Super, super, super. And when one of the like, what is your client? Who is your client? Is a women just or is males and
Yeah, it's mainly women, to be honest. I've had a few male clients before, but to be honest, it's women. I think because of my messaging and that my own personal journey, that like is something that
breeds?
really
Wow.
connects more with women. Yeah. Um, so yeah, or even gender fluid, because the whole body image issues and the struggles, I think. I'm not saying that males don't go through that, but there is
Right.
more of a tendency for females. Yeah, so it's definitely more
Women.
yeah, over 35.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And how do you how can I ask this? Um for this process to work, do you have any length like you are sure that person will be changed or is the first through people, through person by person?
So normally what happens if it's one to one, I've got a 3 month
Okay.
transformation and a 6 month, depending. And then I do group programs that are more short, that are shorter. So we go through the icon system together as a group program, and that's like 10 weeks long.
Okay. Ecosystem. You already mentioned this word. Can you bring more about
Icon.
ecosystem? Icon system.
Like, yeah. So basically, the icon, the I is for inner world. So it's all about the relationship you have with yourself. Then the C is for confidence. So it's all about cultivating more confidence from the inside out. And then the O is own the skin you're in. So that's very much about body acceptance, body neutrality. And then new you is all about, so the style and the way you show up in the world. And then there's like branches of that about conscious consumerism.
Wow, I love that. Now I know icon system. Wow, it makes oh wow. I love the definition of each word. I thought like you're gonna come up with a icon. You know, icon is like a symbol of someone, a symbol, symbol.
Yeah, it's icon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's icon. It's written icon, but then you have the meanings for your own brand.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely. Yeah.
funny, really good, really good. Which is the five no 4 steps to build that
Hmm.
for yourself.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
really good. And you work with like in terms of language. I know you are in Spain, but must be connected with Spain in some way. But you work with English, Spanish. these two languages, or?
Yeah, I mean, mainly English in my business. I have had some Spanish clients, I do have occasionally, but it's generally more English speaking. Yeah, international. But I have had some Spanish clients. It feels like more now because people are becoming more aware of, a lot of different things as we navigate the way the world is now. And so I feel like, I mean, a lot of my communication is in English because having to do both would be, quite intense. So
That's why.
often I'll find that Spanish people, or women mainly, will kind of find me and be like a Spanish person that speaks English or has traveled a lot, has a bit more of an international background and really gets what I'm doing, because they understand more English.
And
But
then really,
yeah,
and
it's kind of, to do it in both languages, I feel like it would be quite intense. I'd have to
oh,
have
I totally understand. Yeah.
but I mean, of course, I can do it in both languages. I've done workshops in Spanish and things like that. But the way I promote it on my website
In
is,
English.
yeah,
It's like us. We are from Portugal, Women Flix, but we do everything in English. So
right.
you can, any woman that comes that is Portuguese, fluent Portuguese as well. If we know, we always give the option would to prefer
Yeah.
to have sessions in Portuguese or English, or
Mhm.
they normally say, no, no, that's fine. At least I can be more like practice my English, etc. So I do understand, and it's essential because around the world it will be English the main language,
Yeah.
and makes sense. So and so you started this business, Lou, in Spain, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've been here for 20 years. I was here for 10 and then I left and I lived in Australia and Asia and traveled some parts of America. And then I came back and now I've been here another 10 years. So yeah,
Wow.
it's like home. I go to London and I love London, but it doesn't, like, whenever I'm flying back here, it's like, oh, I'm going home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what you mean.
Yeah. It's like
The
a
I
feeling.
know what you mean. I feel the opposite when I'm coming back from Portugal. I feel like I'm coming home. But there
Yeah.
we go. We find our places, right? And
Yeah.
that's it. And through your journey, because you just mentioned that you've been traveling, you went to Australia, all these countries. You were looking for um part of your journey, I don't know. But you had the opportunity to study and to learn about the styles of people living in these countries as well, right? And create, and maybe helped you to build your own, your own style, I don't know, and you probably
Hmm. Yeah.
use it well for your customers, for your clients, because it's a lot of experience traveling around the world and getting to know a lot of people, costumes, like the way they dress, the way they eat, the way they
Yeah,
react to things.
rituals. Yeah, yeah.
Very
Right. So
interesting.
interesting question actually, and reflection, because so when I left Spain, first time, I went to America and I actually did yoga teacher training because so I was working in fashion all throughout my 20s, and then right before I was 30, I was like, I need to have a change. And I got really into yoga at about 25, and ended up like going to do yoga teacher training and was like, oh, I'll just go for 3 months and then I'll be back. And those 3 months turned into 2 years. And in that time, I really actually went on more of a healing inner journey. Even though I was, healed from having an eating disorder, as in I was eating and I was healthy, but I felt like there was more to do on an
In
level. Yeah. And so yoga really helped me to look inwards, and then I ended up in America, and then somehow I was in Australia teaching yoga, and I ended up um, doing a meditation teacher training. I did a Zen Tai Shiatsu massage certificate, which was a year. I was in Australia for a year in the end.
Wow.
Um, I ended up in a Buddhist monastery in Thailand for just over 2 weeks.
That's amazing.
Yeah, in silence. I mean, I had some incredible experiences, and it definitely opened my mind, and opened my heart to different ways of living, completely different cultures, different kinds of people, uh,
Right.
different foods, different smell. Like, it just changed my life forever. I've always traveled because I can't keep my feet still. But I never had that experience where I was just like, "Oh, well, I don't know what's gonna happen today," because, I was on my own, so I could do whatever I wanted, and I could go wherever I wanted to go, and
Right.
I really just allowed life to guide me. Um, and it was a very powerful time, and hence, when I got back to Madrid, I was teaching yoga, and I still actually do teach yoga, just a couple of classes a week. And that was when I was like, I can't go back into the fashion industry and into a full-time job after I've had this life-changing experience. Like, there's no way. Um,
And
and that was when I decided to start my own business, because I didn't want to be fixed to one place either. Um,
right.
which is just really a mind thing, because I actually, I'm very happy in Madrid, and it's not like I want to, go and live anywhere else or anything, but it's just the knowing that I can if I want to,
Yeah. Yes. 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 When you own your own business and you're doing what you love, and you can do for any part of the world, from any side, anywhere. This is really good because you start with the yoga, and then you went on meditation, you went on massage, you
Yep,
went a lot of like pardon. And this is all connected in my point of view, like for myself, in my opinion, it's all connected because it brings light to your life,
absolutely.
right? And then through that life you build up your own business to bring that light to other people's lives. This is really powerful, beautiful. Oh, thank you so much for sharing this. I'm in love with this story. Like, oh, this is so good. Now I want to make sure I will have my wardrobe properly. I need to think, I need to think now. I need to learn how I can do that in, how I say, in couple of like, I will be from today on, I'm going to open my wardrobe and I'm going to think about how I'm going to feel. I want to feel today. That's
Yes,
what I
absolutely.
take from this. Yeah.
And one of the first things I do with clients, and I've done this a couple of times in workshops as well, is that we do a visualization, and then
Mm,
I send them a recording of it, and I ask them to do it various times within a short space of time, so like a week, for example. And so this visualization meditation is all about, like, you connecting to your creativity and how you want to show up. And it's pretty amazing if you do it several times, say within this week, of all the different things that come up and all your insights from just tapping, you know, connecting basically with your inner world. And so what happens then is that from these insights, so every time you do this visualization, you want to journal a bit after. And
right.
the idea is that we get what I call 3 style keywords. And so those words could be colorful, elegant, minimal, casual,
Ah,
vibrant,
classic.
sophisticated, classic, natural. So basically you get these 3 words, and they're your style
Oh,
keywords. And so from that exercise, you go to your wardrobe and you start looking at your wardrobe and you say, okay, is this creative, elegant,
oh,
and
the
colourful?
classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get your words and you say to yourself, am I aligned? Like, is my wardrobe aligned with who I really am and how I want to show up in the world? And so then you start to be able to get clearer on, okay, well, this,
Ah,
yeah, and
nice.
it's not every item has to be all three. It could just be one, but it has to be at least one. So then from there, I mean, obviously there's a deeper process that we go through, but when you go shopping, you have your 3 style keywords. So anything that doesn't match at least one of them, you do not buy it.
Powerful. I love it.
Yeah, so it's really helps you to not make those unconscious purchases that we've all done.
Yeah.
We've just popped in somewhere and been like, "Oh, that's nice. Oh, I need a new one of them," and we don't really realize that we've already got one similar. Or we pick it up just because it was on sale and really it doesn't match any of our keywords. So it just makes you a lot more strategic when you shop, a lot more
Yeah.
conscious and more connected. And so then you start to curate this wardrobe that's aligned with who you really are.
And now, Lou, that you're talking about that, I'm just listening and implementing to food because it can work. I'm
Yeah.
about to go to the shop after our session. And I'm going to be thinking about the 3 words that what I want from food. And I'm
Yeah,
like, oh,
absolutely. Healthy, light, or yeah.
yeah, it will help me. Not because sometimes, it's like you said about the clothes, we go to the shop, we end up buying things that we don't need. And the same goes on the food.
Yeah,
Because,
absolutely. It's so true. No one's ever said that to me before. I love it. But
yeah,
it's so true.
and because you've been on your healing journey, like regarding the eating disorder,
Mm.
something that just came up to my mind because of course you, without maybe knowing or thinking, you made these things as well for your food as well, because you know
Absolutely.
exactly what you want to eat and what is the best for you. And this is so helpful for me. It's like, okay, because I need to go and buy eggs, but if I see a lovely bread, because I'm a bread lover,
Me
I
too.
will I will maybe buy the bread for the sake of buying, but I have bread at home. If you know what I mean.
Yes, absolutely. But you're like, oh, that looks delicious. But it's like when we go shopping, we're like, oh, that looks really nice. Oh, it's on sale.
Yeah, and then
€3.
boom.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
good. Thank you so much because I'm telling you, not just for my clothes, but it will help me, and I will share this with my friends.
Yes, too.
It is really good. And another thing that I was here thinking was the fact, like taking myself into my wardrobe when we were talking about open the wardrobe and say how I want to feel about it today. What about if I prepare my clothes on the night before?
Yeah, so quite a lot of people do that, which is fine. Um, but I think it's good to check in the morning and be like,
Mm,
is this that? Yeah. Yeah, because I don't always do it, but sometimes I will, like, oh, I'm going to wear that tomorrow or whatever. Or if you've got something going on, maybe, I don't know, like, you're going to be on video or on an online
right.
meeting, or you're going to give a presentation or whatever you're doing. Obviously, you want to feel a certain way. But I mean, how many times have we left the house or put something on and then we're like, oh, I just don't feel.
Mhm. Yeah.
So it's good, like, if you prepare your clothes, just check in to make sure,
Mm.
okay, does this feel good to me? Like, is
Like
it how I wanna feel?
dropping in the bed, look to them and say, do I want to wear this? I'm sorry about my dog. He's just barking.
That's okay.
It happens, real life. But yes, I'm going to take these 2 things very powerful, which is for my food.
Your food.
You will see. I will let you know how it was my shopping today
Well,
afterwards.
they say you are what you eat, right? And in a way, you are what you wear,
That's right. Yeah.
So it is really connected, really connected.
Mhm. Yeah,
Everything's intertwined and connected.
that's right. Yeah. Totally, totally. Thank you so much, Lou, for this amazing conversation. And I'm so like, yeah, blown. Like, woo! I love these lives. I love these sessions podcast because we learn so much with each other, and at the
Yeah.
same time we share knowledge and inspire other people. So I always, at the end of my day, I just go straight and share my conversations with the other co-founders. I'm like, you can't believe it. I heard this. You're gonna be on my spot today. I will be talking
Oh,
your our conversation. But before we leave, because this is the almost the end, I would like to ask you if you could share your how people can connect with you, if you have as well a freebie or promotion, anything that's going on with your brand, if you can share, please.
yeah, absolutely. So I'm on Instagram at by Lou Stokes. I have my website, which is www.loustokes.com. I have a free complimentary ebook, which is 5 ways to style yourself confident, which
Okay.
goes through the icon system in a little bit more depth. I can always send the link to you, Yolanda, if you want to share that with everyone.
Yes, i
And
I
obviously,
do
by
have,
email. Hmm?
I think I do have your link, Lou. Is style and confidence ends like that. I do have a
Yeah.
link.
Yes. Yes. That's the link for the freebie. Yeah.
So it's available already on this description of the session, so
Yeah.
anyone can click there.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, they just click there, put their email in, and then they get it. So one,
Fantastic.
yeah,
I will be doing. I found this very interesting, and I'm more curious to go deep, like you just said. Is more explanation about. So yes. So you mentioned Instagram. You have YouTube, Facebook, website, and then this freebie.
yeah. And then not in. I used to have a podcast. I stopped doing it, and now I'm launching another one under my name. So that's coming out soon. So I'm excited about that. So watch this space.
Oh, fabulous. Which platform you're gonna be on Spotify, like
Yes, it will be on Spotify. It will be on Apple Podcasts. It will be on YouTube as well.
That's
Um,
great.
yeah, so
And
I'm
that's
excited
great.
about that. It's all based on, me talking to different individuals around the world, all based on the icon system. So we'll cover creativity, inner world, confidence,
Beautiful.
body acceptance, sustainability to spirituality, very much all based on styling from the inside out.
Fabulous. Thank you so much.
Thank
And all this information is available on the description of the podcast on any platform, so people can just click and
you.
find more about Blue, get this amazing ebook, and start to grow or to change or to become a better person with your style, with your clothes and everything in your life. And the food, like I
Yeah,
said.
honestly,
A great tip for the food. So go in shopping with a right mindset for everything,
absolutely, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So take care. All the best, Lou, and I'm sure we're gonna keep in touch. And
I hope so, yeah.
namaste. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.